Total scope of our use case is our entire time and billing structure. So again, we're a financial services group, so we bill hourly for services around actuarial services, third-party administration services for retirement plans and pension services. So we use it to calculate and tabulate hourly accrual rates against our clients and the work that we do for them. So that's essentially the internal use case of it. What it solves for us is the ability to effectively track time across a litany of clients and across a litany of contract obligations. Where we have a hard time with the application is it's not really built to do custom or commission based accounting, where professional services kind of lies. So if you have a client where you make money when they make money, and that part of our revenue is asset based for that organization, then you have commission accounting factors that you have to build into the contract. Acumatica limits the ability for us to do that, but given its customizability, again, we are able to make it do that because the platform is so open to development. Oh, wow. It does a lot of things exceptionally well. Mass line data processing, report generation, open API integrations to inbound and outbound systems, and allowing us to control our user base and control what our user base can and cannot do. I think anybody that has used this application would reconcile that, or would recognize that end users are the worst enemy when it comes to the data fidelity and data integrity behind the system. And Acumatica allows us to put controls in place that keep users within the mayonnaise and the mustard of where we want them to go and how we want them to use the application. I would say more advanced accounting features are probably necessary, especially if Acumatica is planning to span outside of manufacturing, point of sale, inventory management. If they're wanting to span more into professional services where advanced accounting algorithms are required, you're going to have to scale up when it comes to your advanced commission accounting features. I would also say that the Acumatica developers that work for Acumatica proper are exceptionally talented. When it comes to who Acumatica partners with from a VAR perspective or from a third-party engineering perspective to help with implementations, I would like to see more vetting done in that arena, because we have had to partner with outside organizations that are not Acumatica that have delivered subpar code results. And it forces us to scale and roll back, which takes time and effort and FTE resources. So I would like to see a little bit more consternation around that. But apart from that, I can't sing the praises of this system enough for its, again, very light footprint and the ability to aggregate tons of data very quickly. Hard 8.5. I think any organization that's trying to effectively manage associate time, this is an application that will work for you. Any organization that is trying to effectively track inventory or service inventory in and out the door, this is an application that will work for you. If you are looking for literally a system that checks credits and debits, this is a great ERP cloud system. It has had a positive ROI in that, again, with the controls that we are allowed to put in place, we can get our producers, our client service consultants, the people who are billing time against clients, to effectively enter their time so we can get invoices out the door quickly. We're a professional services firm. We sell nothing tangible. So everything counts on that. Did you enter your time? Did you submit the time to the client for invoice? Acumatica allows us to do that expeditiously and allows us to put reconciliations in place when it wasn't done expeditiously. Immediately. I would say it would be our Acumatica VAR, which is actually an extension of our own organization from CBiz Chicago. They were demonstrably helpful in our implementation and our base setup practices, and they've been enormously helpful in helping us remediate some of the poor coding practices from other third-party vendors. I don't know, I feel like I've answered this already. Again, it's time and billing. That's essentially how it's used in our industry, is to calculate, quantify time against contractual obligations for clients. Oof. Let me think about the list here. A couple of different Workday modules. There was a Siemens product that we looked at. There was a Star McKesson product that we looked at for time and billing and entry. And it's not that any one of those products is less capable or more capable, wasn't capable enough for the discrete business need. Acumatica offered the degree of flexibility from a coding and configuration perspective that allowed us to do it, to make it do what we needed it to do. Most other systems are out of the box and can. You get these 5 features, you get these 5 core tenants, and that's the end of it. And if you want to customize, that scope is 20 to 30% on the dial either way. You can take Acumatica, tear down the base code, and flip it on its head if you need to. That's how agile the application is. And that's what we were looking for. I do. I am. It sure did. It went as expected from a delivery perspective. Again, we're a professional services firm where change is slow and arduous, and users are more reticent to implement newer technologies like this. So any latency with regards to implementation was a fault of our organization not having better control around certain user bases. Yes.